Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the Gnarly Gnome. This is the Weekly Pint. It's the show that is a show. It's a show. It's a thing that we do. We hang out together, we drink, and we talk about whatever happens to be considered news in our world. Sometimes that is beer news. Sometimes it's just life, and all of that is okay. But the point is, it's a happy hour. We hang out together, and we do this together. We share what we're drinking and what we're experiencing as people. And so, with that in mind, if you're on the live stream, tell me what it is you're drinking. If you're not on the live stream, still tell me what you're drinking. You can send a text message to the drunk line. That's 567-70-DRINK, 567-703-7465. We'll put it on the screen, but I guess if you're listening, it makes it harder to see what's on the screen, I guess. I don't know. Hey, the drunk line's here if you're watching the video. 567-70-DRINK. It's right there. Right there. That tells you how to send text messages or call or leave messages or whatever you want to do. But the best way to interact with the show is to tune in with us every Monday night at 9:30-ish, I guess, is what we call it, 9:30-ish. Because you can chime in and tell us what you're drinking. Let's see what everybody is having. Let's see. Lots of hellos. And we have Marco drinking a Psychopathy. Josh is having Westside Hop Harvest IPA. That's their wet hop beer. Julia is having a Yodeler. That is the Dunkel. Excuse me. From Northern Row. Justin is celebrating. I assume. Got his celebratory new job, which we'll talk about. Marco asked him to get a cellar beer also. I'm not drinking cellar beers tonight. Let's see. That is it. Tell me what you're drinking. That's the whole point. Tune into the chat and tell me what it is you're drinking. As Marco pointed out, I have empty glasses in front of me, which means only one thing. I need a beer, or maybe two beers. And if I'm looking right, yes, I need two beers. Congrats to Justin. Let's dive into that first. Justin is now making beer with Paradise, one of my favorite breweries in the city. 2 locations. I assume probably bouncing back and forth a little bit. Steve says the gnome is already burping. Yeah, it's been a night. just wait, because 2 empty glasses means lots more burping coming. I'm also way behind schedule for the Oktoberfest quest, so that might be a sneak preview of what's coming. Which is definitely one of the news stories that we'll talk about tonight, and that is Oktoberfest quest. Justin says yes, both locations. Yeah. It's exciting. It's fun. Paradise, if anybody doesn't know about them, they have their original tap room over in Anderson, the first brewery in Anderson, before you could actually have a brewery in Anderson, I think, technically. I don't know if we really talk about that too much, but yeah, they had a brewery before you could legally have a brewery in Anderson. And then they opened their second location over in Williamsburg in the former old firehouse spot, and that is the Paradise East location. Justin says, getting back to my manual brewing roots. The 2 different sides of Paradise are 2 very different brew houses. But man, I'm excited to see how you become part of what they are doing. It's exciting. There's a lot of room for growth for both you within Paradise, but then also Paradise itself, of how they can become more of a part of what is about to happen with craft beer. Marco says, nice shirt. Thank you. This is a limited edition. This is the first test run of a new batch of merch that hopefully will be out this year. It will definitely be out by the first of the year. Definitely-ish. It's in the plan. We'll see. I need beer. I need 2 beers actually, which means it's quest time. Because I have to get through the rest of round 2 and then all of round 3, and then be ready for the finals, because the finals are about to happen. But let's drink some beer before we talk about that. These two just happen to be sitting here on the table, so that's what we're going to drink. We've got Brink. That is their Brinktoberfest versus Rockin' the Rhine from Fretboard. I had full intention this weekend of getting through. Sorry, I gotta grab some coasters. These are all wet. I had full intention of getting through several different quest showdowns this weekend, and only got through one of them. I haven't posted about it yet. I have still like all kinds of things I need to post that haven't been posted. But I really thought I was going to do like 3 of them, and just did 1. So I'm just getting more and more behind every day. Let's see. Coasters work. That's what she said. I assume that's the wet comment. A little bit of an inside joke. Had a very good pepper accidentally pulled me off a chair. I was there once. Yep, I remember that. All right. That is in reference to the Paradise needs to work on the stability of their chairs comment. All right. Brink is going in this glass. Brink, which, if I remember correctly, made it to the finals last year. Didn't win, but made it to the finals. Here's your Brink. That is on my left. Will be your right, I guess. I assume. And then Rockin' the Rhine from Fretboard, which I don't think has made it to the finals yet. They might have, like, in one of the previous years, like a couple years back. All right. Color-wise, they're about the same, but clarity, again, you can't really see this on your camera, but the Fretboard definitely is a little more clear than the Brink. Brink is a little hazy. Both of these did not come out of the fridge. They came out of a nice icy cooler, because I have a cooler sitting right there from this weekend. So they're super cold, which is probably going to hit me in a second. I let them sit out for a second before I poured them, but not probably long enough. All right, let's get into the Brink first. Actually, let's get a nose on both of them. Okay. All right. Justin says, Brink, get your biofine in line. This is behind the scenes. I don't assume that this beer is actually made at Brink. I don't believe their canning line is up and running yet. It is brewed and canned by Brink Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, under, what's this say? Under special arrangement by Brink Brewing Company. It's not made at Brink, so take that for what it is. I think they changed the artwork this year, too. I like it. All right, let's get a nose on these. Very similar. Okay. There's a little more of a fruity note on Brink versus the Fretboard. But there's definitely a... okay. All right, give me a second. There's something there. Or maybe a lack of something. Nope, something there. What is that? I can't place it. All right, let me taste this. Okay, that's good. That's a good beer. Yeah, I'd be happy with that all night long. Let me get this fretboard. Oh, yeah, that's good too. Oh, man. Justin says, I need a High Life for a palate cleanser. I don't think there's any High Life in my house. Could be wrong. There might be some in the garage, but I don't think so. I think we're just all Oktoberfest right now. They're both, I say this over and over, they're both good beers. At this point, anything that's in the competition still is a good beer. The fretboard is definitely a little more lively. There's definitely more carbonation going. Eric says, Modelo Negra, my one macro guilty pleasure. Great beer. Man. All right, let me get back in these for a second here. Give me a second, guys. This is important things. I take this way more seriously than I think I probably should. But some of these showdowns, when it gets to this point in the competition, I really kind of, it stresses me out because like I know that either one of these beers deserves to move on in the competition. They're both great beers. They both could win the competition, and everybody will be happy with it because they're both good beers. Flavor-wise, Okay. Carbonation is definitely higher on the fretboard. But so I think that for me, that's the big separator between the two, is that fretboard is clarity-wise a little brighter, a little more clear. I don't know if you can even really see that from your camera, but here, let me pull this. Here, let's just do this. Let's pull this light off, and we'll, hang on. Oh, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. Hang on. We're almost there. This is why I need a producer. He could have done this. Oh, shit. Now I dropped it. Okay, here we go. All right, this is probably not even going to work the way I was. All right, here is, this is fretboard. You can see the clarity here. Oh, look at that. How pretty that is. And then this is Brink. Yeah, they look the same. I took all that time pulling that thing off of the stupid arm, and it looks the same. It's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. And I just figured out that I don't even have to screw that thing on there. It just attaches with a magnet. Oh my God. Why is this? I quit. The amount of time that I've spent over the last 6 months screwing that light onto that stupid arm when I can just attach it with a magnet. What are we doing? Like, really? Even if that takes like, we'll say 1 minute every week for me to screw that onto there. 1 minute. Over how many episodes are we in? 189 of them. That's my math could be off, but I think it's 189 minutes that I've spent screwing that stupid thing on there when I could just slap it on with a magnet. This is ridiculous. The winner is Fretboard, if you guys were wondering. Fretboard is definitely a little bit better just because of clarity, and the carbonation is a little bit brighter and a little bit zippier, which is fun, especially with the Märzen style, which both of these clearly are. Both good beers. Both deserve to move on, but only one can. So Fretboard takes it by a little just a little zip, a little touch. So that's that. That is the easy Oktoberfest Quest news, but we still have more to talk about the Quest, because the Quest approaches, the Quest finale approaches, which I probably should have put on there. I should have worded it differently. The finale is coming, and I know I've teased it for weeks and weeks and weeks, but it is here, ish. I guess it's not even still for sure. I'm gonna say, and this could shift and change a hair, but it shouldn't. Next Thursday, that is not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, October 26th, which I know is way too late for a proper Oktoberfest, but it is here. We're going to do the Oktoberfest Quest finale live at Madtree. I have not confirmed a time, but I'm going to say, we'll say, what do you guys think? 6:30? 6:30 sound good? Let's just make it up. 6:30. Be there at 6:30, because that's when I'm gonna plan on this thing happening, and we're gonna do it live. There is music that night at Madtree. Hopefully that does not affect anything. We all know it will, and we all know that the actual podcast will be a little chaotic, but be there live, and hopefully you'll be able to hear what is happening. I'm gonna talk to people, and we'll have a couple judges, and we will make a decision on this year's winner, which means that I now have probably, I believe, somewhere between 8 to 12 different showdowns that I have to do in the next week. Is that right? Does that sound right? I don't know. Something like that. I have a lot of beers that I have to drink in the next week. So you're going to see a flurry of showdowns on social media. Make sure you're following on Facebook and Instagram, especially. It'll be in the stories. That's where I'm kind of posting everything now. But I promise that I will give them the attention that they deserve to get to the final 5. That's right. This year, it is a final 5. Just the way the math worked out. And within that 5, anybody could take it. It is going to be a mix of Fest beers and Märzens and hybrid, whatever they are called. Officially, no one has made it to the finals yet. However, there is one, maybe even 2 beers that have made it to the finals that I haven't announced yet, because that's just the way the brackets work. So stay tuned for that, but be there. Go to Madtree on Thursday, next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, following Thursday. Be there all night long, and we'll drink, as Julia says, a bunch of Märfest, Märzefest, Märze beers, whatever you want to call them. Let's move on from Oktoberfest news as I continue to drink these beers throughout the night. I did. It's not really news, but I ventured way outside of Cincinnati. We headed out to Purdue for a football game. Ohio State was playing Purdue this weekend. Anybody that's an Ohio State fan knows that you could not get the game on regular television for the first time, like, ever. So we just went. We went to the game, and I drank a whole bunch of, what was it called? Like, boiler boiling gold, something like that. It was a gold nail, and I drank a whole bunch of it, and it was good. And then we ate a bunch of hot dogs and pretzels, and that was also good. And Ohio State won, which I guess is good. I'm not an Ohio State fan. I guess if I have to root for either Ohio State or Purdue, I'm rooting for Ohio State, but I'm not an Ohio State fan. But it was fine. It was fun. But I did get outside of Cincinnati for the first time in a long while to drink beer that was not local beer. So that was exciting. It's not really a news story, but whatever. That was my exciting weekend. Aside from lots of fall activities with the children, which is not nearly as exciting. Josh says on Fetzen, on Blitzen, that's way too Christmassy. I'm not ready for that. Justin says, sometimes you get beer, sometimes you get influencers. I think that is in response to Marco's, what is Instagram? That's probably the best description of Instagram, depending on your algorithm. Yeah, that's a good description of my algorithm, I guess. Sometimes you get beer, sometimes you get influencers. All right, the only real news story that I do want to talk about this week is Glendale House. They're almost open. Like, they kind of had a soft opening that I'm assuming that I'm not the only one that did not get invited to, but I did not get invited to it, which not that I'm upset about that, but I'm a little bit upset about that. But they had soft opening, which means grand opening is really close. It's coming. This place looks awesome. I've been in there close to it being done, and I think that now that the little final touches are all done, it's going to be a really, really, really cool place. I'm excited. It's close enough to home to call it a local, hyper-local brewery for me, so I'll be there a lot. Have not tried any of their beer, so I'm really excited to get my hands on what they're doing. So that's the biggest news story that I have is that. I do have... Marco says, I know how that feels. It happens. I do have other booze news to share. However, I can't really share it with you guys right now because I'm going to save it for next week's episode of Bruce Guy's Booze News. That's right. I'm going to be a guest co-host. Not to spoil any surprises, but I will be there. Brett is heading out of the country, and I'm finally going to get my chance to sneak my way onto their show. So stay tuned for that next week. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll do a showdown on there. Does that timing work? I think it does work. Maybe we'll do that. We'll pour a whole bunch of Oktoberfest into Mike's giant glass, and I'll take a little bit in mine. Do I have to drink out of a tiny glass? I don't know. If I'm filling in for Brett, I think I have to drink out of a tiny glass. An idea just hit me. That's why I already had the idea. It's already in my head. It's already going to happen. Stay tuned. Fun things coming. Julia says, see if he'll let you drink from the schooner. I'll try. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Mike will not let me drink out of his schooner. Julia also says, I should totally sneak a Truth Beer Podsequences sticker onto the wall. I don't know if I have any extra Truth Beer Podsequences stickers. If I did, maybe I would do that. I don't want to say anything. If I run into you guys this week, we'll talk about some things that I have in the works. Marco says, take a big-ass glass. Stay tuned. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Justin says, my Wi-Fi went out. I assume that is something related to Wi-Fi. I assume. I'm not sure. All right. we're going to cut this off because I need to drink Oktoberfest beer. And not only do I have to drink these two, I probably need to drink 2 more tonight. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to try to get a blog post that I was supposed to get done today and didn't. Done. So that's that. Just, it's never ending, you guys. If you have not already bought your tickets for Beer, Booze, and Bonks, do that. Go to beerboozeandbonks.com. You'll hear more about Beer, Booze, and Bonks in the coming weeks. I believe, I don't know if I can actually say this for sure yet, but no, we'll wait a week or maybe even 2 weeks to officially announce it. But if you're not already a fan of Channel 19, you should probably watch them in the mornings, because maybe we'll be on Channel 19 in a couple weeks talking about Beer, Booze, and Bonks. Maybe. It's fun stuff happening. But get your tickets, because we are officially less than a month away from the festival. It is November 11th from 3 to 9 p.m. It's like one big, long session this year. We're not doing these 2 separate things where in between we just kind of get the spaced out look on our face and, oh, we got to do it again. No, one session. We're just knocking it all out all day long. We're gonna go hard and long. Somebody, come on. Where's the chat? I know there's a delay, but come on. Hard and long all day. Gonna go hard, long, all day. Somebody, I'm waiting. There we go. All right. That's what she said. And then it's gonna be a good day. And there is a Marco says that's what she said. Colin says he brewed the beer for beer, Booze, and Bonks today. I have not even talked to Colin. I don't know what the beer is that he made for Beer, Booze, and Bonks. So I need to get over there. That was one of the things that was on my list to hopefully do today, was stop at Westside, not only for a quick chat about the beer, but also to snag one of those 12-packs, and I just couldn't make it. At one point, well, no, I was like 4 hours behind schedule of where I needed to be for the day. So it's just, there's so many things, and I have more things happening tomorrow than I can possibly squeeze in also, but I'm gonna make it all happen one way or another. We'll make it happen. For anybody that's listening that is counting on me to be somewhere, I'll be there. I think. So stay tuned. Really, really cool stuff happening. There is the brewery list will be up tomorrow, assuming I get it done tonight or tomorrow morning. It'll be up tomorrow morning. It'll be up, we're going to say 10 a.m. tomorrow morning on beerboozeandbonks.com, the official brewery list. Everybody that's participating, not the beers, just the breweries. The beers will start kind of filtering out after that. So just stay tuned to social media and all of those things, all of the stuff you're supposed to do. It's too many things. Like this time of year, I'm so busy. Like I can't even begin to explain to you guys. I picked up 2 new clients this month, which is great. But you couple that with trying to plan Oktoberfest Quest, which has been an absolute nightmare this year, trying to get the event scheduled. And then also Beer, Booze, and Bonks, which has been great. And I have a lot more help this year than we did last year. It's been really, really great this year, but trying to plan that with that, and then this, and then that, and then also try to actually like make money and try to keep my family happy. I get so many things. So many things. And yeah. Colin says not going to tell you until the day of. I don't know if that's okay. It's supposed to be like a curated event. I did tell you that I trust you 100%. So you're one of the few people that I would let get away with that. But we gotta tease it. We gotta put it out ahead of time. If you don't tell me ahead of time, I can't promote it on Channel 19, which will be on in a couple weeks. Actually, we're gonna be drinking beer on the air live in the morning. So there is somebody's beer that I will be drinking live. We'll see whose it is. Brian Booth says, I'm doing great. Thank you, Brian. I need to talk to you. I have a project that I would like you to be involved in. Justin says, what's money? Yeah, I don't really know. That's kind of the joke about all of this, is that like no matter how good things go and no matter how much money on paper like is coming in, like you never actually see it. Like it just comes in and then just goes out somewhere else. Like it just goes. You don't ever see it. You know, there's no such thing as money anymore. Justin says, I do that without the news. I don't know what that is. Eric says, took me a second. Better Business Bureau. Oh, the fun BBB. Yes, beer, booze, and bonks. It is, for anybody, I guess I should specify that a little bit every time we talk about it. BBB is beer, booze, and bonks. It is the best beer festival that exists in the world. It is a weird mishmash of everything from mostly beer. Most of the things that you can try are beer, but we do have cider that will be available. Northwood cider will definitely be there, and then maybe cider from another place or so. Again, we have to figure all of that out still, but there will be cider. There will be seltzer, definitely. March 1st is going to be there, and they will definitely have some Astra available. We have booze. We have canned cocktails, as well as some RTD kind of products, and maybe some actual booze too, depending on how that all works out. But there's just everything you can possibly think of to drink. There's CBD/THC beverages. I still don't understand the legality of all of this, but they're going to be there. You can drink that too. So there's gonna be things. Everything you can think of to drink will be there. It's gonna be fun. Justin says, I drink in the morning without the news. Yes, but this can give you an excuse. We'll talk about it ahead of time, and we'll make some kind of a drinking game out of the appearance on the news. Let's do that. That'd be fun, and everybody can drink in the morning at 9:35. I think that's the time that it's going to be on. I don't think I'm supposed to say any of that yet, but stay tuned. We'll talk about it. We got to cut this off. It's been too long, and I have 2 beers that I have to finish, and then definitely 2 more that I need to drink. So we got to go. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and we'll do it again next week. Justin says, I had to chug 3 pints at 8 in the morning at Channel 5. I puked in the parking lot. That's fine. We all got to do what we got to do. We'll be back next week. Marco says, Julia has the clicker. I don't need clicking. I need drinking. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of the drinking game. You don't just click. You drink. We'll see you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really, really, really love this show. Sorry it was a little chaotic tonight. I promise that after we get through all of these events and all of the chaos, we'll settle back into a normal cadence of the Weekly Pint. But tune in to the Bruce Guys Happy Hour Booze News next week. Maybe it'll sound more normal. We'll see. Cheers, everybody. What breweries do you want to see at Beer, Booze, and Bonks that you have not already heard that are going to be there? It's a big question. any of them actually making beer yet. Besides Glendale House, they're not going to be there. I can't do that.